Good morning, men. Craig James here. Follow me on Twitter at Masculine Design and check out the blog at masculinebydesign.com. So what I want to talk to you guys this morning is about something that men are falling prey to because they've lost touch with the value and the necessity of delayed gratification. We live in a culture today in which patience is no longer a virtue. Men believe it to be unacceptable to have to wait for noteworthy progress, to have to go through the grind day in, day out of consistently taking right action and doing the things that are necessary to get what they want out of life. Now, I'm no different. Obviously, we have limited time on this earth. And if I can short circuit how long it's going to take for me to achieve something, I'm all for it. The problem that men are facing, however, is at least twofold. One is they have unrealistic expectations. They believe they can do things faster than they can. And the reason they believe this is because we live in an age of social media where everybody shares their highlight reels. Everybody speaks in superlative terms. Everybody exaggerates the way that they're living, the things they're achieving, how quickly they're achieving them. So men see these things and they see, a guy went from nothing to a millionaire in a year. He really didn't, but that's what he sees. They lose 50 pounds of fat in a month, which they really didn't. That's what they are telling people because it makes them look better by exaggerating. And men see these things and they believe that that's normal, that is what they should expect. Or the second problem, that they can pay money, oftentimes an exorbitant amount of money, to be shown how to do what these other people are saying that they did but really didn't. When you see a guy who goes from rags to riches, maybe somebody does go from having relatively little in terms of material possessions or wealth, and then over a short amount of time end up being very wealthy. I know of some men who have gone from having little means to having much more in a matter of a few years. But what those men would tell you if you ask them, and what the men that parade themselves on social media for what they have attained won't tell you, is that it wasn't those 3 years of work that got them the wealth that they now enjoy. There were several years, 5 years, 10 years before that, where they were reading, they were studying, they were networking, they were building themselves up, building their skill sets, gaining life experiences that would set them up for that success that they were able to achieve later on. It wasn't those 1, 2, or 3 years that were solely responsible for the wealth that they gained in that time frame. It's that way with whatever we work toward in life, and we have to be careful. We have to be careful because it's easy to see ourselves as failures when we don't achieve things the way other people might present that they have achieved them, or the way that they say we can and should achieve them. It's easy to look at these guys who are telling you, just buy my $97 a month program and you'll be making 6 figures in 12 months. And then 12 months goes by and you're not making 6 figures, nowhere close to it, and you feel like a failure because they told you that's what you should be doing at the end of that 12 months. better way to approach improvement is to focus on consistency, focus on the daily grind, focus on small incremental improvements every single day. Every day you take right action. Every day you do the things that need to be done to achieve what you want in life. If you can find ways to achieve it faster, great. But if you're making progress, you are moving in the right direction. And you're doing so just like everybody else. I know that our itching ears want to hear that we can just quickly go from where we are to where we want to be. But if we have substantial goals, which every man should have, that's not how it works. It's just not how it works. Now, I've been duped on a number of occasions. I've fallen for that lie, that by throwing some money at my problem and the solution that I hope to achieve, that it would allow me to achieve it at breakneck speed. And without exception, throwing money at my problems didn't give me the results that I wanted. 10 years ago, I paid over $10,000 for a program that promised to show me how to make a passive income online. It's kind of a set it and forget it type of deal. Build a few websites, set things up to be automated, and in no time, I'm just sitting around and watching the money come in. And again, it sounded very good to my itching ears. It was supposed to be a 12-week program, and by about the third week, it was obvious that this was a scam. I had a coach that was assigned to me, and we would have calls every week. And in those calls, it became very quickly apparent that this guy was just giving me busy work to do that wasn't going to end up getting me the results that I wanted. He took advantage of me, but I also gave them the power to do that. Something sounded too good to be true. I knew that it likely was, and I paid the money anyway because of the off chance that it might actually get me what I wanted from it. It's dangerous, guys. It's dangerous to take that delayed gratification out of your life, to take that viewpoint that noteworthy change takes time. You take that and you throw it away, you set yourself up for a lot of misery, a lot of disappointment, a lot of discontentment. Be satisfied with progress, even if it's small. You're seeing that linear regression going in the right direction. If it's sloping upward and you're continuing to improve, you're moving in the right direction, and those gains, those very small gains even, will compound over time into something great, but you have to stay the course. Start from where you're at. You got 100 pounds to lose, focus on losing 2 or 3 pounds every week. Don't worry about the 100 pounds. If you want to make 6 figures and you're currently making 30 grand a year, find a way to make another $5,000 or $10,000. You don't need to make that extra $70,000 right away. It's not going to happen that way anyway. Build yourself, build your skill sets, build the value that you can give, and over time, that money will come. But you have to be diligent about doing what it takes to make yourself a man of higher value, to make yourself a man who has what other people are willing to pay more for. You can't outsource that. Behind every success story is a grind, hard work, discipline, consistency. You can't outsource that. That comes from here. And until men come to grips with that truth, they're going to continue down a path of being very dissatisfied in life. Learn to enjoy the grind, men. Enjoy the journey that you're on. Enjoy working toward your goals. Enjoy the incremental improvements that you see. Look forward to what fruit that will bear in your life. But don't ever get this notion that you're going to be able to somehow become some overnight success, because it doesn't work that way. That's all I have, man. If you enjoy this video, give me a subscribe so you can be notified as I produce new videos here on a near daily basis. Hit like on the video. Let YouTube know that you like what I'm putting out. Go to the newsletter. Subscribe to the newsletter by going to masculinebydesign.com/newsletter. And when you do that, you'll get a free copy of my book, The Masculine Principles. And beyond that, make sure you're following me on Twitter at Masculine Design. And if you'd like to join a brotherhood of men who are all committed to achieving success, doing so in a way that is realistic, it involves incremental progress that is steadily achieved over time, check out what I am doing inside of the Fraternity of Excellence at fraternityofexcellence.com. Thank you, men, for your support. Share this video with those in your life who could stand to hear this message. And until next time, this is Craig James. I am out.